Okay, y'all don't mind about John talking in the background. He on the crane with his friend playing the video game. So I thought I touched on this topic before. Apparently I haven't touched on it enough. So I'm gonna touch all over it today. The fact of the matter is I don't care about politics. So if you're left, you're left. If you're right, you're right. I don't care. Do your thing. However, I am gonna touch on this one. I have read that a lot of people calling a lot of other people anti-patriots, anti-American, anti-this, anti-that. Let me tell you what America is. Other than the land of the free and the home of the brave, okay? Or the land of the free because of the brave. We'll get rickety with it. America is a land where you're lucky your mouth is allowed. You're lucky I'm not the president. So all you leftists that think that Trump is bad, you're lucky I'm not. You lucky I am not, because this NFL bullshit would have been over. It would have been over before it even started. I would have said, you know what, that's great. Presidential order, I just banned the NFL from being on TV now. Sit on it. You can listen to it on the radio like they used to do. Are you serious? You're not serious. America is a land where your tongue is tolerated. So all them people crying about acceptance and listen to me and I want my feelings heard, you have your feelings heard. And you gonna hear our feelings. You disgust me. The anthem, the bald eagle, the American flag, troops and vets, policemen, firemen, EMTs, all them people. They have to tolerate sons of bitches like you. Alright? And I already got the go ahead for my daughter to be me. She said, Mama, you ain't got to watch your language. You my mom. You be you, like you always tell me to be. But I'm going to try and keep it down, though, because this is a serious conversation. You are tolerated. You are accepted. You have the audacity to call people anti-patriots because they don't agree with what you agree with. Well, I'm afraid, my dears, just because they disagree with what you want them to agree with doesn't make them an anti-patriot. It makes them even more of a patriot, because the Constitution said we have the right to what makes us happy. We have the right to our speech as well. We have the right to our unfettered happiness. And if you don't know what unfettered means, go look it up in the dictionary. Because I ain't got time to teach 2-year-olds. If I wanted a 2-year-old, I would have never got my tubes tied. Okay, that's really the real deal. You calling them anti-patriots. But you the patriots. You the ones that want to silence them. You the ones that want to take their rights. You the ones that want to sit back and say they wrong, they wrong, they wrong. They need to shut up. They need to listen to us. Wrong. You're the anti-patriots. You're the anti-Americans. The Constitution doesn't cover your right to tell other people what their rights are. Now, there are men and women out there every day on the battlefield. Every day. Fighting for other countries. Fighting for our country. Fighting for those political hacks that you put in those honored chairs. that believe in all things, that fight for all of us, that fight for what we like, what we don't like, what we say, what we don't say, whatever. And the same with you. And you telling me that they're bad because they go out and do that every day. That they're warmongers, that they're hateful people, that they're killers, that they're murderers. How many people have you really thought about? How many people in the Revolutionary War took lives so that you may live? Were they killers? No. But you sure in the hell abuse your rights like it's a good thing to do. Those rights that they killed for, those rights that they defended for, those rights that they put their lives on the line for. You sure in the hell abuse those rights, but yet can't show respect to their brothers and sisters. Now, a lot of people get on me about my thoughts on McCain. I don't care. I've heard stories upon stories upon stories upon stories from here, there, everywhere, all that. And quite frankly, to tell you the truth, I don't care that he died. Want to know why? Because I didn't know him. That's real. And half the time, he wasn't the man he said he was. And that's a lot of people in this country these days, from all walks of life. But yet, even the men that say they aren't who they say they are go out there and put their lives on the line for you. So yes, I honor him as a vet. I honor him as a military person. I don't honor him as a man, because I didn't know that man. But I won't speak badly of him. I won't say he's a killer. I won't say that he's a piece of shit, because my mama taught me better. I'll say, hey, you know, from what I hear, he wasn't quite the man that everybody say he is. But I won't put him down and degrade him like you degrade others. I've watched many vets. I've had many vets come to me saying that their own families turn on them. Their own damn families. And yet on these men's and women's minds, when they out there in the battlefield fighting, they thinking about their families. I'm doing this for my family so they can have their rights. I'm doing this for somebody I haven't met yet so they could have their rights. And you have the motherfucking gall, the nerve, to call them out their name. And a lot of vets I know, they take it in stride, because they funny, they used to it, you know, and they turn around and they say, well, you know, when asked, how many babies did you kill? Only as many as I could eat. And they make jokes out of it. But you know what? I sure don't see you thanking nobody for your right to be an idiot. They fought for that too. Did you know that? They fought for your right to wear a pussy pink hat, vagina motherfucking shit on your head and parade in front of children. Disregarding the parents' feelings, and yet you want us to regard your child's feelings. And you don't want to regard ours. And yet you call people an anti-patriot, an anti-American, to be really them real deal Holyfield. I'm going to tell you like this. You don't fucking know what it's like to be American. You've gotten so lax in your appreciation for your rights. You have abused your rights so much, I honestly do think that it'd be great if a socialist party did take over. Like China. Or Korea. Or let's do everything the way England does it and take away the freedom to bear arms. Yeah, let's do that. Because then maybe you'd appreciate the rights of others as well as your rights when you don't have them. In other countries, you get your tongue cut out for saying the shit you say. For kneeling during their anthems, you'd get shot, to be honest. And yet, you disregard what that anthem stands for. That anthem, the beat of that anthem, is in every military member's heart when they go out and fight. It's what pushes them. It's what drives them. It's what they honor. And you can't even honor that. You call them and anyone who appreciates that fact anti-patriot, anti-American. You don't respect my rights. If it wasn't for those people, if it was the way you wanted it, you wouldn't have no rights. So shut up. That flag waves over those people's heads that fight for your rights that you so wantonly abuse and then call other people anti-patriot. You have no respect for the flag. You have no respect for bald eagles. You have no respect for the anthem. And yet, other people are anti-patriot, anti-American. You want a civil war? You want to divide blue and red? Why not? Let's just go one step further, blue and gray. Find out what happens then. We have guns, you have whistles and pussy hats. What's going to happen? You're dumb. And then maybe during that time, one of those socialist parties that you think are so awesome will come in and either kill us all or take over. And then you'll have no rights. No rights to kneel. No rights to be any different. Hell, sometimes you ain't even got a right to have a child that is a girl. Unless approved of by the government. But you aren't going and say that people are anti-patriotic and anti-American that believe in those. As for Kaepernick, I really don't care what he do. As for them people on NFL that kneel, I don't care what they do neither. As for you and your mouth, I don't care what you say. But the last parts of the words in your speech better be, I'm sorry for all the people that put their lives on the line every day for my rights. I'm sorry to them. I'm sorry to Martin Luther King Jr., to everybody that tried to unite all these races. I'm sorry to them for my twisted words and actions. I'm sorry to all the women out there who believe that a woman is made of class and not showing her tits in a damn parade. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to those people who would pick up their gun and defend their frickin' neighbor. I'm sorry. Because that's what you are. You're worse than being anti-patriot. You're worse than being anti-American. You're sorry. And that's what you are. You're sorry for being puppets that watch the news, that watch the political things, and go by what they say. All the while, there are veterans, there are kids, there are families being torn apart in America that are your own people, starving on the streets. But you want to give everything to everybody else. Being American is a privilege. It's not a right. Having those freedoms is a privilege. It's not a right. And the more times you say it is my right to speak and your right not to speak, you're showing your anti-patriotism. You're showing your anti-Americanism. Whatever the hell. You're showing you are exactly what you claim others are. I don't bully well. I don't bully well because I'm an American. I don't bully well because I'm a patriot. I don't bully well because I stand with the ones that bring me my rights. I don't bully well because I don't bully. So whatever you're saying, whatever you're thinking, that flag flies over all of our heads. That Constitution protects all of our rights. And by God, a lot of us are adults, and we can't deal with children. So I'm going to let you know this right now. You may not like the president. You may hate him. But as a patriot that you claim to be, as an American as you claim to be, you should respect the chair. You should respect the ones that gave you those rights. I don't speak bad on the dead. I don't speak bad on the living. I speak the truth. I speak what's real. You can love the soldier, but despise the person. You can love the soldier, but despise the war. Hell, you could hate the person, but you can't hate the soldier. Because no matter what they believed in, no matter what they believe in, they took it to the enemy. They took it to the people that tried to take our rights. They fought and won while you sat at home twiddling your damn little whistle on a string and wearing your little pussy pink vagina hat, calling them out their names. No matter what they believed in. No matter who they fought for. And people, if your families of soldiers, sailors, Marines, coasties, airmen, show a little class. Don't hate the people that go out there and do that, because you're what's on their minds when they do that. They don't like killing, but they do it because they have to. They do it because it's right. You want to hate somebody for the war? Hate the politicians. They start them. But respect the politicians because that's our governing body. I respect all of the chairs in politics. I don't respect the people. I will make fun of them, and I don't care if you call me anti-patriot for that. But as far as I'm concerned, if you cannot stand for that anthem, if you cannot stand for that flag, if you cannot have some kind of emotional revelation when you see a bald eagle fly, you're the one that's anti-patriot. You're the one that's anti-American. And especially if you can't love those men and women who suit up and boot up every day to go out there and fight for your rights. Don't cry about people not respecting your rights, because you don't respect the lives that were laid on the line, that are now laid under that flag and buried to the national anthem to give you those rights. I'm a patriot. I'm an American. I love my country. I love my people. I love my warriors. I love my flag. I love my anthem. And I love bald eagles. And as I draw breath, I will love all these things. And when it comes time for me not to draw breath, I will die and watch over those things I loved.
Hoorah.
Huh?
Said hoorah.
Apparently I touched a nerve.
A good one.
So, my rule with Robo is this. Don't come to me saying you're a patriot and you don't respect other people's rights. Don't come to me and say you're American and you don't respect anything American. And definitely don't come to me and say that you're a supporter or that you're American or a patriot and you don't respect the ones that died and that are living now with a piece of that war inside of them. Don't tell me that you're American. As far as I'm concerned, you're not American. You're not my people. Go take care of those other people that you care so much about. And I'll take care of my Americans. And this goes for black, white, Mexican, all y'all that have nationalities from other countries that were either born American or came across the border the right way and became American. You are my people. And my people should come first. And that's how we do in America. Those that are starving should be thought of first in America that are Americans. Those that are hurting in America that are Americans should be thought of. Those that are prisoners in other countries that are Americans should be fought for. Open your mouths and say that somebody's anti-patriot, anti-American, and then in the next breath say that they have no rights to speak their mind. They have no rights to feel disgruntled and disrespected and disgusted by kneeling for the anthem. Remember, anti-patriots, anti-Americans, when you point a finger, 3 are pointing back, and one, the biggest one, is pointing down to hell. Because you're ugly and you're filled with hate. And that's not what America is about. America, the beautiful. You have your rights because of all those things, and you should respect all those things. And you should love the people who fight for those things. Because without those things, all of you would be dead. The only anti-patriots, anti-Americans out there are people who don't love America and everything that it's about. So don't tell me you're patriotic, you're American, and can't deal with the rights of others. As far as vets and the troops go, y'all know how I feel about them. And I end this reel with Robo. in saying this, I will defend.